Okay, so for the traps, not a lot of traps here, mainly because Dark Magician is very spell oriented, but some are very needed. I'm running two Magician's Navigation. Now, some people will run one because Magician Souls is out. They feel like it's not needed. But if you want to make big plays, I feel like this is needed very much. If you don't have Magician Souls, or if you only have like one, I say put this up to three. I feel like this is very needed just because it's like, yes, you have to set it, but it's a negation and it's also a special summon of two. So it's a +2 on the field. You're getting through the deck, and I just like the idea of doing that because personally, I want to see big plays happen, and who doesn't want to see a flare dragon on the field? The same thing kind of goes for Eternal Souls. I recently just bumped that up to 2, more or less because I read carefully and you can special summon Dark Magician from your hand. I don't like his drawback. That's why I was doing it at 1. I will flip-flop, though, between 1 and 2. Personally, I don't think that it's necessary to really have 2, but I did want to see it more often in my hand. So I'd say it's up to your judgment what you want to do, but I say 2 is like, that's pushing it. I'd say like, or maybe just cut it down to 1, but yeah. Then we have Magician's Combination, another new support. Again, kind of like some of the cards in here, uh, like this one. I don't want to see three like this combination here. If I don't have navigation and I just have these three right here, that is a terrible hand, which luckily I haven't experienced. Um, because if I have those three, that means the next 2 or 3 cards that are in my hand better be really important to this right here. I better have a Dark Magician. I better have something that is interchangeable. But yeah, like it's just this is really good for negation. And more so than this because it's like every turn you can do it. Take a Dark Magician girl or Dark Magician from the deck. I mean from the graveyard, and exchange it with one that's on your field. Either or. So you gotta love the Magician combination. Like honestly, if you're not running Dark Magician Girl, just get rid of this card because it's like you're not gonna get the effect. But you do get to pop a card if it gets destroyed. And then I'm a little rogue. I like Dark Renewal personally. I think it's a little underrated. I think that like this is another way to get Dark Magician out, and you get to it's like Super Poly, but specifically for Dark Magician or any of your dark spellcasters that are in the deck. Basically, Dark Renewal says, "Oh, you just summoned? Summon. Doesn't have to be special. Doesn't just you summoned? Boom. Give me your monster. Send it to the grave. Boom, boom, boom." It's basically if you're gonna take out one card for a Super Poly, take this one out. But personally, I like it because then again, I'm thinning out my deck. I'm getting a Dark Magician on the field. It just feels I like having many options. This really applies to that because Super Polys are only gonna that's situational. This I know for a fact I'm getting out the Dark Magician unless they negate it. But like if they don't negate it, like I for sure am getting something out. And then and then my next 2 is my little spice is Eradicator Epidemic Virus. So I've won a lot of games due to this. You really shut down people, and the thing is that I've used this in my other dark. I have a lot. I'm an emo person. I love dark things. So this I never thought about it, but Dark Magician is 25, and if you use Apprentice Illusions Magician's effect to boost any of your magicians or spellcasters up by 2,000, you can use the Eradicator on them at that very point, and boom, you call spells, traps, whatever you think is necessary at that time, and boom, like I did not realize how important this is. Sometimes I bump it up to 3 because especially in tournaments, you kind of want to see this card, even if it might brick sometimes, which it didn't, luckily. You want to see this card because you'll set it down and then you have all these other ways of getting Dark Magician out. It just is very important to me that I see this out because I want that head start and I want to prove that Dark Magicians is a good deck. Anyway, so that's it for the traps. Let's move on.